What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. And as you've seen in that previous video and in that previous shot right there, we made a mistake and burnt up the short ribs. But here we are today. We got some more beef short ribs that I pulled out my freezer. I let them thaw, and I'm going to go ahead and cook these bad boys up, and let's see if we can have some success today. So I got me some ribs, some beef short ribs from the local butcher, and I'm going to cut this fat, trim it, and I'm going to go ahead and trim this fat off. And what I'm going to do with this fat is I'm going to go ahead and put it in a pan and let it render while I let these ribs cook. I'm going to do something that I've never done before, but I'm going to turn this fat into beef tallow, which is something that I've been seeing lately here on YouTube, and I'm going to try it out. So I'm going to let that fat render while these ribs is cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and do my special seasoning, my salt, pepper, what I love to put on beef when I'm smoking, mainly brisket. But here, since I got some ribs, I'm going to go ahead and put some garlic on it too. Go ahead and get that on out on the smoker. And as you see, I strategically placed them separated apart away from the fire pot. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab these fat trimmings that I trimmed off, put them on the smoker too. I'm gonna put them directly on the fire pot. Two hours in, the beef tallow is rendering nicely. We got about a half inch of fat right there. Holding at 250. Ribs are pulling away from the bone. Starting to look good and crispy. The fat is rendering perfectly. This one is pulling away on this side, on the side there, but not so much on the tip. It's progressing really well. Look at that tallow. About 3/4 way up, about 3/4 of an inch, almost an inch. So we got the beef tallow off. It's about ready. It took about three hours, 3.5 hours, maybe 4. So what I'm gonna do is pull off this connective tissue and meat that's left over that was connected to the fat, and that's probably not gonna be edible. And I'm gonna go ahead and strain this fat into my makeshift strainer of a sifter and lined paper towels, which it works, you know. So I'm gonna let that drain on out and let it cool in my casserole dish, and then I'm gonna put it in a mason jar, and that's gonna hold in a refrigerator for about 6 months, and it's gonna solidify like Crisco or shortening, and is good for about 6 months. Longer than butter. It holds longer than butter. It holds about the same time as shortening, I would say. And then when you do cook with it, it has a higher smoke point than most oils. So that's the good thing about it. And they say it's good with French fries. So I'm gonna try that out. a successful cook with beef short ribs. That smaller one came off a little sooner than this bigger one, because this bigger one had to cook a little longer. I like to cook them to about 200 degrees. But I think it was a success. That bad boy was good. This thing is very good, and I suggest that you try it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Later.